Folks, Red Alert here reporting 3 eternal truths. The sky is blue, the sun is hot, and Hillary is corrupt. She's joining Columbia as a professor of global politics, where she will teach young people how to lose elections. Clinton's also been in the news for blaming MAGA Republicans for the summers being hot.
It's so good! It's got to be a big misunderstanding.
But what she really ought to be in the news for is dodging jail. As the witch hunt against Trump is in full force, you can't help but draw parallels to Hillary Clinton, whom the FBI dealt with kid gloves. Well, recent findings have pretty much confirmed that the FBI was working as Clinton's B team throughout her email fiasco.
When they looked at my emails for the last year, there is no case here.
Okay. Well, turns out there really were multiple cases, and the FBI shut them down. It is nuts that her running a private server to send unmonitored emails is somehow okay, but Trump allegedly holding a copy of a document is not. Aside from the email scandal, there's something else Hillary did that didn't even get media attention. She kept herself exposed to foreign contributions via her family foundation. If Trump did that, he'd be branded a traitor. But Hillary had Andrew McCabe, the former FBI director, on her side. And I'm going to expose how and why he let Hillary's openness to foreign influence slide.
But our CIA sends an investigative lead over to the FBI, and they informed the FBI of U.S. presidential candidate Hillary Clinton's approval of a plan concerning U.S. presidential candidate Donald Trump and Russian hackers hampering U.S. elections as a means of distracting the public from her use of a private mail service.
We knew as far back as 2020 that Russiagate was just a distraction campaign, and McCabe, the deputy FBI director, was instrumental to the Clintons in this. See, McCabe was unceremoniously fired in 2018, and we all thought it might have something to do with how poorly the FBI handled Russiagate, which eventually turned out to be as non-existent as Biden's short-term memory.
You get a CIA memo, investigative lead memo, suggesting that the Democratic candidate for President Hillary Clinton is trying to divert attention from her email server problem by casting aspersions against the Trump campaign being connected to Russia, and you didn't know about it. How is that possible?
However, it turns out that McCabe was fired because he lied to investigators about leaking investigative information to the press. And guess what he was lying about? An FBI investigation into the foreign influence of a presidential campaign. Not the Trump campaign, but the Hillary campaign. This changes everything.
Perhaps these are very, very low-level investigations, but certainly what he finds is that there wasn't enough there to support the FBI's decision to open a full-blown investigation of this of the Trump-Russia ties back in 2016.
Even liberal media is forced to acknowledge that the Trump-Russia investigation wasn't warranted. And here's what they're now admitting about Clinton's. Gee, I wonder why that is. After all, Hillary was doing what she was accusing Trump of. Her campaign was suspected of being open to foreign donors' influence via the Clinton campaign. The FBI was literally investigating her charity's 3 field offices in Little Rock, Washington, and New York as possible fronts for accepting donations while bypassing political campaign finance laws. Let me make it simpler for you. Suppose you're the Chinese government, and you want to make sure that the one to get elected is soft with you. Do you pick Trump? Of course not. You pick Hillary. But you can't really give money to her presidential campaign because of pesky U.S. campaign finance laws, so you donate to her charity instead. That way the money makes it to the pockets of her pantsuits, and you get your favorite globalist in office. Unfortunately for foreign powers, Trump won so hard that Hillary had to retire. But that doesn't change the treasonous openness of her interests to foreign influence. And it also doesn't change the fact that the FBI did everything it could to let her go. The standard they apply to Trump is not the same one they apply to Hillary. And trust me, once Biden limps out of the White House, similar stuff will come out regarding his openness to foreign influence. His son wasn't bound by campaign finance laws, and he earned $11 million by being on a Ukrainian firm's board. Why would Hunter be required on the board of any company that doesn't sell crack? It's the only thing he has any expertise in. It is no coincidence that a country that was an afterthought and never in the news before 2020 suddenly takes center stage and becomes the recipient of billions of dollars in foreign aid. So back to Hillary. Here's what else we have found. FBI dropped 4 probes into her nonprofit organization ahead of the 2016 election. Just imagine if that were the case with Trump. The media would not shut up about it. The bombshell Durham report covers everything, including the fact that the story about Trump's alleged collusion with Russia was pretty much a conspiracy theory. Let's get this straight. There was no evidence of Trump having colluded with Russia, but they launched an investigation, then talked about that investigation so much that people started thinking Trump was legitimately influenced by Russia. On the other hand, the FBI had multiple active investigations about Hillary's organization's openness to foreign funds and influence. The FBI shut 4 probes before the election, and McCabe lied about the one that was ongoing. Now the question is, why was Andrew McCabe so soft on Hillary Clinton? Well, one answer could be that his wife, Jill McCabe, ran for political office in Virginia and received financial support from a Clinton crony. The Durham report confirms that that too was the case. So, on one hand was the carrot of $500,000 that went to Jill McCabe's campaign, and on the other hand was the pressure from the Obama White House. Collectively, the combination worked wonders for Hillary, as the investigative efforts were nerfed and covered up. Trump, unfortunately, won't get the same treatment. The FBI couldn't wait to launch a circus of an investigation into Trump's BS collusion with Russia. But back in 2014, well before the soulless pantsuit called Hillary announced her run for president, the Bureau had credible information that at least one foreign government had tried to get one of its foreign operatives to donate to her campaign. But in such cases, the FBI froze. It did not pursue the Clintons with even 1% of the rigor with which it went after Trump. And here's the result. They found nothing on Trump, and the public is learning about Clinton's openness to foreign influence. See, the truth comes out. It always does. But unfortunately, it does not spread as much as lies and sensationalism. So I need you to share this video with at least one patriot. It will help our cause of bringing the truth to more people. This is Red Alert, signing off.